have to have some wet wipes at the keypad. I'm teasing.
You think you're gonna have a disc problem with regular movies? What kind of problems you think you're gonna have with those movies?
All right, you know what I'm saying? Well, perfect way to move on into the third topic of the day.
But you got to make people pay cash. Nobody's trying to put their credit card into a red box to get some porn. So.
That's true.
They changed the name, call it Pink Box.
Okay. Third topic of the day, coming from ScreenRant.com, another streaming platform. Netflix reportedly tells staff to quit if they are offended by the content. You know what I'm saying? We don't give a crap, guys. If you're reading this via live, watching this via live on the replay, there's a link down to the article in the description for you to read at your own leisure. But yeah, man, people was doing there was a walkout for some content for Dave Chappelle, and his stand-up special, comedy special, him talking about trans topics, and so people were upset. But I guess Netflix is pushing back. Netflix releases a memo regarding censorship, seemingly telling employees they may want to quit if they don't support their content breadth. They have not an article, but a video here on YouTube. But I'm gonna scroll down here to the memo that they actually left the employees, and it reads: "Not everyone will like or agree with everything on our service. While every title is different, we approach them based on the same set of principles. We support the artistic expression of the creators we choose to work with. We program for a diversity of audiences and taste. We let viewers decide what's appropriate for them versus having Netflix censor specific artists or voices. As employees, we support the principle that Netflix offers a diversity of stories, even if we find some titles counter to our own personal values. Depending on your role, you may need to work on titles you perceive to be harmful. If you find it hard to support our content breadth, Netflix may not be the best place for you." Larry, I'm gonna come to you first on this one right here. My brother, I want you to tell us how you feel about this quote from Netflix, this memo that was sent out to all the employees. And right now, is there any content on Netflix that particularly offends you or you think may offend other people that you're sensitive to? The floor is yours, sir.
Oh, I'm sure there is, but I don't watch it.
Okay.
I have a tendency not to watch things that are going to offend me.
Or let me reword it. Is there anything on Netflix right now to where you're like, this does not need to be on Netflix?
Not that I can think of. And I'm not saying that it's not there, but the stuff that I've watched, the stuff that I've seen, there's stuff that I say I'm just like, oh, that's not really for me, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Like there's a ton of stuff out there where I think there's an oversaturation of showing black males as homosexuals. When we know that when you look at the percentages of black male homosexuals in the overall population versus the percentage of the representation of black males in popular culture media, it's just way out of proportion. I mean, some of that offends me, but I'm not going to stop watching content that I enjoy because I think that they're showing too much. I think we need to talk about it, address it, get it out there, and fix the problem. But I'm not going to cancel my Netflix. But I will tell you that it seemed like Netflix just broke out like their "Bitch Be Gone" spray. They were like, get on. If you guys don't like it, get on. I mean, it's crazy. You can't go to work at Ford and be like, I'm an environmentalist. I think all cars should be electric. And say and then start talking about you need to change. They'll be like, if you don't like what we're producing here, you can bounce. It's every job in this country is an at-will job, including the military. So if you don't like what that company's doing, leave.
Okay. Larry, thank you, Larry. I appreciate it. Elliot, before I come to you, let me bring in the next guest coming to the stage.
Because I can control the weather, they call me Storm. Storm, mistress of the elements. I summon the full power of the storm.
What's up, girl? It is Tyra with Struggle Reviews TV. How you doing?
Hey, I'm okay.
Oh,
How are you guys?
Fantastic,
I come
man.
back, Larry, talking about some sexual and man. Well, damn, I thought we were talking about Reviewz.
Can I just borrow your image and put them on my thumbnails just so I can just straight clickbait people? You know, they're gonna see you. They're gonna be up there clicking away. They're gonna get me. They're gonna be like, "Damn, I got."
Do what you gotta do, Larry.
Yeah. Tyra, what's up? I missed you. It's been a minute.
You too, man. You been talking about Atlanta without me.
I know. I can't. Yeah.
I'm just messing with you.
I know,
you
I
have been
know.
doing really good. That last breakdown, I was like, look at me.
Oh, stop it. Well, thank you very much. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Tyra, Miss Struggle Reviewz TV. Yes. She's about to hit 5K subs. Info of her is in the description. She is on my channel tab as well. And Tyra, thank you for being here.
Problem. What's going on?
Yeah, we just got done with the Redbox. Now we're on this Netflix. I'm finna pass it on to Elliot, get his commentary, and then it's your turn. Okay. So yeah, Elliot, how you feeling on this this Netflix telling people to kick rocks if they don't like the content?
Yeah, it's interesting, man, because it is. I guess what was it? Was it something recently that came out that kind of sparked this conversation to make employees kind of speak up in this matter? I know you mentioned the Dave Chappelle thing, but is there something more recently that was dropped on Netflix that made people a little bit uncomfortable with who they're working for? Because as Larry kind of alluded to, I mean, there are literally hundreds of thousands of films on Netflix. So it's just like, was it something in particular that made people in the office to say, this is a company I'm not for, I'm not supporting this company because they put this content on there. I'm not too aware of anything. Most recently was it Senior Prom that came out yesterday or on Friday with Rebel Wilson that offended people? But I don't know, man. I think, and a lot of people allude to it in the chat, and Larry talked about it too. I think Netflix is at the point now where they're losing money. So they're just like, if you guys want to leave,
right.
please,
I was just
by
about
all
to say
means,
that. Yeah.
the front door is right there. But I mean, it's a lot of, with the subscription drops now with this. We just talked about Redbox. I'm not saying Netflix is down, is going in the hole, at least no time soon, but this is just signs of just like, we're in a much different climate when it comes to streaming and streaming wars and competition. And this was once the king of the hill. They were just killing it. Nothing was going wrong. But now it seems like it's just every other week we hear something negative with Netflix. So, man, this is interesting. The king is now falling off his throne.
I got you. Tara, what you think is it? You think they're just trying to save face because they're losing money, or they being sensitive, or are they tripping? What's your take on this?
I hate to see them come to that. When y'all were talking about the Redbox, I remember when Netflix first came out and it was sort of like Redbox, and they would put it in your mailbox. It was kind of like Blockbuster. So to see them get to this point and how far they've come, like I remember when they were $7.99. Like I think the bill was like I think I pay $20 now just for the streaming. So it's crazy, but I don't think they're trying to save face. I just feel like they're cocky, and it's just like, whatever y'all want to walk. We're not going anywhere anytime soon. They can be as disorganized and dysfunctional, have all the good shit that we like to watch hidden in the back. People still gonna. I'm not canceling. I get on Netflix every day and complain every day, and I have yet to cancel my subscription.
Yeah,
I got you.
You know what I find interesting about Netflix and this whole thing about their employees talking about they want stuff to change as far as what films are made, and they're complaining about the Dave Chappelle thing. I don't recall any of those Netflix people complaining when they put out Bridgerton and they had that little white chick raping the brother on TV. I didn't hear any of those Netflix people complaining about when they produced that French film Cuties, and they had those little girls all over sexualized. Yeah. They're so selective about what they want to complain about. It's really, they don't care about, they're not complaining about real moral issues. They're not taking a moral stance. They're complaining about what directly affects them. And because they don't like this whole thing with Dave Chappelle and the trans thing and the gay thing, that affects some of those people, so they're upset about it. But it's like with dealing with racism. You can't fight racism only when it affects Black people. You have to fight it when it affects Asian people and Hispanic people and Indian people. When you see it, you have to fight it because it affects us all. So if they're only going to fight for that little sliver, then they don't have as much credibility as they need to move the needle, in my opinion.
Right on, right on. Well, thank you so much, Larry, for that. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Tyra. Thank you, Elliot. I do appreciate it.
Of course.
And 1 second. Okay. Well, again, guys, let us know what you think, especially in the chat and the comment section. And again, this article is in the description box for you to read at your own leisure. And so now let's go ahead and move on to topic number 4.